Uh, Ms. Pasi, we know that you are a big patron of art. I know there is a tour of the India Art Fair where traditionally you've been getting people to look at your art. So thank you for patronizing art in a big way. You also contributed to what Sunil said, uh, better art consciousness for people. Tell us a bit about the project MASH. I know about it, uh, and I'm sure people who are in the art world know about it, but there may be, it's something that you've made an impact with. So why don't you talk to us about MASH?
So we started MASH in 2018. It's actually a non-for-profit organization. We have an online magazine and a podcast. We were the first Indian art history podcast. The idea was to, in the art world, that we every gallery chooses their artist, and they tend to promote certain kind of art or artist. But and then after that, we have the magazines, whether most of the magazines are driven by ads. So if you give an ad, you get an article. That is the truth about publishing now. So I decided that a lot of friends would perpetually reach out to me asking for advice, what artists to buy, what galleries to look at. So when I started MASH curatorially, I decided that we are going to encourage every artist that is showcasing their work, whether I like it or not like it, or whether I enjoy it or not, and also support different galleries which one is not able to support otherwise. Beyond that, we have awards, and this year we have supported the facade of the India Art Fair by an amazing artist, Aisha Singh, who's a Delhi-based artist. So she has done the facade, and MASH is supporting us. And the whole idea was to, like Sunil also said that, and I think you mentioned that people are intimidated to go into a museum or a gallery for the very fact that the understanding of art is limited, and the galleries don't really help much in that because they want to be able to sell art and they want to keep it very exclusive. So our idea is to make it inclusive. So our podcast and the videos are really thoroughly enjoyed by the college students. So that was one of the ideas. Also to keep me in touch with all the happenings around the world, because there's so much happening all over the world. We also have Rahul, who's an amazing writer, and he has the most amazing practice. He's a ceramic artist and he's a writer. He's a multifaceted man. We have Mr. Baruta. I'm so embarrassed now to be talking in front of Mr. Baruta and Mrs. Baruta. So yeah.
Of course, I met
actually, yeah.
Rahul is part of this team that started Mozarto. He's like a pioneer in this space.
Yes.
I met Mrs. Baruta in the morning, and
Yes.
thank you, Mr. Baruta, for being here. Of course, I know of you. Mr. Bhardwaj is here. Again, he's somebody who's very respected in the art domain. You talk to Aisha Singh. There is Aisha Seth there, who's an artist. I think there are many artists in this room. But let me start. I asked Sunil this question about you've been a patron for art for a while, and you started MASH almost 7+ years back, right? What has changed in the art scene that we are really happy about, and what still needs to change?
So honestly, when I started art, I wanted to become an artist, and that's why I used to go to Triveni Kala to take classes with Mr. Baruta when I was still in school. The art system has changed because, initially, like when I wanted to go to art college and I, applied for the Delhi College of Arts, this was this conversation. Everyone used to say artist, not to me per se. My parents didn't say this to me, but everybody else was told, artist banoge to kya kamaoge?
Sahi baat.
Doctor bano. But that was a set thing. I was in the 90s, that in the 80s, that was a set thing, and that's what we used to hear in the art.
Domain.
My friends in the art class used to say that my parents are not letting me sit for the exam because they want me to do commerce. So things like that. So, but now it is a profession which many of the young artists are really doing tremendous. They're doing tremendously well. They're able to not just support themselves but their families, and able to go give back. Like many of the artists here, as well as somebody like Subodh, who's doing so much for the Bihar Museum.
Sure.
And over the years, we've seen when the artist has prospered, he has ultimately not just done for himself and the family, but given back tremendously to the art community. All the artists are doing some sort of a project back in their homes or for their schools, universities. that has been quite incredible. The change is that what I really dislike is investors who come, and I meet these investors all the time and now so more often. And they asked me this, what do you think we should invest in? I said, in stocks and shares. So no, we went, which artist should we invest in? I said, definitely maybe gold. But because I feel art is so subjective and art is not a commodity, and I hate it when people treat it like that. Of course, it reaches that value, which is, we all feel very happy when our Indian artists are reaching an X value. We feel really good. But at the end of the day, for me, I never want art to be commoditized the way certain people think it should be, because that sort of, the artworks are bought and then they go into storage for years and then they're sold again, and then, you never see those works again. And the work created by an artist is his expression of what is going on in the times. Like a writer writes, a journalist writes or reports about our times, an artist is putting it on
Sure.
canvas, and it is for people to view and understand. So
By the way, Dr. Alka Pandey is here, so I just want to acknowledge her
Yes.
presence. She's again somebody who's very preeminent. in the-
dedicated her life to
Yes,
the arts.
absolutely. I remember I meeting her. I met her at your show maybe 15 years back, but I know that she's very preeminent. There are some gallery owners and art collectors there. Varun Bhargav is from VSP Gallery. Mr. Gaurav Kular and Sanat Kular. They're big collectors of art. So there are people who collect art because they love art. And then, of course, over a period of time, there is a commercial angle to it. But in most cases, I heard stories since the morning.
I think commerce is very, very important, because if somebody is ready to pay an X price for a painting, obviously it's incredible. But it also, there's a very thin line how to go about it.
Sure.
So it's not like any other business. It has to be handled very, very delicately, elegantly.
You're absolutely right. And again, I called Rahul and Aisha one day, and I said, I was buying some piece, I called, and he said, I said, how do I tell the artist that I want to pay this much? He said, if you like something, just ask the artist, he or she will give you the best price. Don't haggle with them, because they're very emotional about their art. And, it stayed with me. So let me ask you, what has not changed? You told us what has changed,
What is not changed?
which still needs to change.
Which still needs to change. I think more institutions, we need many more institutions, school, colleges, who are like exactly what Sunil said. And I think that is still way back in the 70s, when they were constructing all these incredible institutions. And then in the 80s and the 90s, there was this lull, which nothing has been created, no infrastructure for arts, no auditoriums, no places for people to learn art, not just practice art, but like almost anything. So in 70s, there was a boom where a lot of these institutions came up. Then after that, I don't really see any. I mean, of course, there are private schools and colleges, but the demand is so much more, because everybody is not cut out to go do 10 plus 2 and plus 3. That kind of education not everybody can afford and cannot do. So there are people who are superbly talented, and those things need to be encouraged. And there are many people in our field also, like Mrs. Kiran Nada is doing a lot. So there are people who are doing things.
Absolutely. I think, as Sunil said, off the stage also, that India Art Fair has come of age. He was happy to see the number of people thronging it. The quality was also better, and he had a very. I know Sunil, he doesn't praise some things till he doesn't really feel it. Art is getting democratized. Newer artists are being recognized. Their work is being appreciated. There are art influencers who are talking about new artists. Newer galleries are being born. One of the themes that has come out today, and sometimes it comes out in private conversation, is every domain, every business, every field has a certain early movers. Let's say galleries who are early movers. And then there are late movers. And the early movers don't allow the late movers to. There is a kind of a cartelization. Is that true?
Well, it is for every industry. Like you said, that even in the film industry, talents are coming from all over the country. It is there in every industry. Everybody is protective of their territories. Anybody coming in is obviously coming with a fresher blood, with more hunger, you know. So these are things, these are human dynamics. It's nothing to do with a particular industry. It is there everywhere. It is
Sure.
just how human beings work. So
We're in the early 2025. What should we expect from you in 2025?
in 2025, I just want to be very, very effective in whatever work I'm doing. I am so grateful for everybody's love and affection, for everybody who comes. If I reach out to friends or professionals, everybody just gives them 100%. I just feel that everything is very transactional now, and that is something that was not there, which has, especially in the industry. And that is something, but I think there's so much to come. I think India is booming. The world, like the art fair this year, we have not just international galleries who are showing some of their best artists from around the world. We have international museums. Every possible museum of importance is here in India today for the art fair. And their entire teams are here who are visiting artist studios, looking at the museums, looking not just at art but also textile and
Sculptors.
textile and craft. So, and not just that, but collectors. So that is, especially when international collectors come in, that is a sign that the international audience is very interested in Indian art, and we have to like put our best foot forward now, and not just for individual, but for the entire industry. So,
Ms. Pasi, you're known to speak your mind out. And I asked Sunil the question about 5 new exciting artists. He ducked it. I'm sure you will give me
no,
maybe
I
6.
think I'm going to be as because art
How
is a
boring.
very personal thing, and
So your personal, Ms. Pasi's top 3 or top 5? 6?
it's a very personal thing. Art is a very subjective thing. Also, don't want to name some artist and leave out the others, so that would not be correct.
Please give Ms. Pasi a big round of applause.